Your team sucks. Live. Here we go again. Week 7 of the NFL during a pandemic. But first, I got to talk to my man, Gorilla. George, what's up with those Dodgers, man? They're looking all right. It's 1-1, but I've been watching it. I'm a Dodger fan. And do you have any take on it so far? And I mean, the Rays can pitch, man. And if y'all who love football are not watching the World Series, you should be watching it. It's going to be a really good one. The Rays got a lot of game, and the Dodgers have a lot of talent at the plate. You got any take on this, George?
Man, I've been watching it from ever. I've been watching it since I was a little kid, the Dodgers. But this series is interesting. Yesterday they lost, but they played well. They got overmanaged by Roberts again. He put in 5 pitchers in 5 innings. I don't know why he's starting Dustin May. He kind of gave up early in the game before, and then they brought him in to start. They put him in for 1 inning, and they had 5 pitchers in 5 innings. How are you going to get anything going? You're burning out your bullpen in the first 2 games of the series. So what are you going to have going forward? I just think he mismanages the team, but I think they're still solid enough. They're going to get by him. You got that tough pitching staff in Tampa Bay. It's probably the best pitching staff in the league. Yeah, but the Dodgers spats, it's just up and down. They just hit home runs 1 through 9.
Right. Well, let's jump in to the NFL into Week 7. Week 6 was really interesting. You had the Packers, the Cowboys, and the Browns who all got beat the fuck down. They all took really bad losses. This week, they all play weak teams. You have the Browns playing the Bengals. Now, I know a lot of people say the Bengals are not a weak team. They still are. Burrow's balling out, but I'm not going to put them at any kind of elite level. You got the Cowboys versus the Washington football team. And if the Cowboys lose this one, I'm pretty sure George is going to kill himself. I'm pretty sure Luke, by the way, Luke asked me earlier today, we share the office here together. We just moved our studio. Luke just asked me if he could put a Cowboy star right behind his thing there. And I said, fuck no, you can't do that unless you want to pay rent. If he wants to start paying rent, he can put the star back there. But no. There'll be no star. And really, at this point, you want to put the Cowboy star there, Luke? Are you serious? Right there. I see. Okay. Well, it looks like you were reaching for somebody's balls there, Luke. Go ahead.
I knew he was gonna say shit like that.
Yeah. So don't give me material, Luke. I'll use it. And then you got the Packers versus the Texans. So you have some pretty favorable matchups this week. All the lines are brought to us by our friends at UWager. Check them out. We're gonna go through the lines. We're either gonna pick the game or we're gonna pass on the game. I really like these teams who got really their asses handed to them in Week 6, playing some pretty weak teams in Week 7. We'll see what the lines look like. Let's bring up the games. Luke, let's go. All right. So we'll make this one quick. This is tonight's game. This is the New York Giants at the Philadelphia Eagles versus Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And so what are you going to watch, George? You going to watch the game? You're going to watch the debate?
I'm definitely watching the game. I can't stand the debate, all that political bullshit. But even this shitty game will stir me away from the political debate tonight.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure Donald Trump's going to win. I don't know what the line is on the debate, but the line here is 5. The New York Giants are actually getting 5 points here in Philly. George, you like this game or what?
I actually do like Philly. I think the line's starting to get high. It was 4. It's crawled up to 5. I think they're starting to come back and play a little better football. They did good last week against the Ravens, who have a tough defense. So I'll take them against the crappy Giants here in a big game. Put a half a unit on it.
Now, just to let y'all know, George has been doing this a long time. He's very good at this, but I don't touch this game. I just leave this one alone. Jordan, what are you thinking? New York Giants, Philadelphia Eagles, Joe Biden versus Donald Trump. Which one you got?
Well, I'm loving the debate tonight. I'll probably be switching back and forth, but yeah, this is a tough game with the points and all. Neither of these teams playing particularly well. Miles Sanders out for the Eagles. I think that's going to hurt him more than people expect. Bart Scott's filled in admirably in the past. I'm laying off this game, but I do like the under 44.5.
All right, Lukachi.
I'd rather watch the debate than watch these two rivals play. But if I had to make a pick on these teams, I would always go with the Eagles because they are very.
You don't.
I'll give them a little credit. They're actually a pretty good team. So
all right,
I'll take.
You don't have to make a pick, Luke. You can pass on the game. Let's go to the next one. All right, this is a hell of a ball game here. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Tennessee Titans, and the Steelers are getting 1.5 points. This is another one that I don't touch. I'll probably be watching this game. I'm a Dolphin fan. The Dolphins have a week off, getting ready for Tua. George, who you like here?
I can't play this game. What a game. It's gone 1.5. Both sides actually favored this week. The line's been moving around a lot. One of the O's must go, so one of the undefeated teams is going down this week. If I had to play it, I'd take Pittsburgh, but I think this is going to be a tough game to stay away.
Jordan?
I agree with George there. I think I would play Pittsburgh, except for Pittsburgh just lost their best linebacker, which is rough against Derrick Henry in that run game. We'll see how it ends up playing out. Very interested in this one, but definitely not laying any money.
Luke?
Yeah, I agree with Jordan. I wouldn't bet this game due to the unpredictable, but if I had to go with somebody, I'd definitely go with the Titans.
But once again, you don't.
Right.
That's why you're passing on it. Next.
There's too many games I love this week to bet this one. It's too close.
Oh boy. Should we even talk about this one? It's approaching a college line here. You got Buffalo Bills versus the lowly, terrible New York Jets. I'd probably bet this and I take the Bills. I would do that all day. The Jets are a terrible football team, terrible coaching. The Dolphins absolutely rolled them. And it's not even interesting to me, but I would actually play the Bills here. George?
Yeah, the Bills coming off 2 losses, still 12.5. Not that much. It was 13.5. It's coming down, so the wise guys disagree with me. But if I had to play it, I bet Buffalo and the Jets. Yeah, they just look like a college team, high school team maybe.
Yeah, they're terrible. Jordan?
Yeah, that's definitely the play. Play it right before game time. Hopefully it comes down a little bit more and bet the Bills to cover easy.
Luke?
I will pass on this game.
There you go. All right. There you go. Wise choice, maybe. Carolina Panthers versus the New Orleans Saints. Saints look like they're kind of getting it together here a little bit. That half point, I think, would probably make me lean towards Carolina here. But all in all, I lay off of this game. It's Carolina Panthers going into New Orleans, and New Orleans giving 7.5. I think that half point's a little bit much. George?
A lot of points. I'm laying off the game for sure. I mean, Michael Thomas coming back unless he punches another teammate this week. But other than that, I have to stay away from it. 7.5 looks too high, but I wouldn't play this game.
Jordan?
Actually, this morning they said Michael Thomas re-injured something and is questionable for the game. And so until I know whether he's coming back or not, and he might be a little bit gimpy, I mean, I like Carolina at 7.5 here.
That may be,
he injured his hand on that DB's face.
Yeah, let's say. Yeah, that might be code for that he punched Sean Payton in the face, maybe.
Not the year of the Michael Thomas
so far. Luke, you got any take here?
If Michael Thomas plays, then yes, I bet this and go Saints all the way. But if he does not, I stay away from this game.
All right, what we got next?
And we should see CMC in this game too, Christian McCaffrey, which helps.
Okay, the Cleveland Browns. You made me look bad, Cleveland. I was hyping you up. I was saying that everything changed. I said that you got a good coach now and that you were on your way. And then you laid a freaking egg. The Browns showed up. Baker Mayfield showed up, and they are exactly what they are. I actually love Cincinnati in this game with the half point there. You got the Browns going to the Bengals. And I think that Baker Mayfield is going to play terrible. He's going up against a rookie who's balling. And I think that, the half point is why I would take the Bengals. I think it's a 3-point game. George?
Well, I actually played Cleveland, but I played it early. I laid the 3, bought a little bit, but I think Cleveland rolls this team. I think it's a get-right game for Cleveland, actually. But I know Cincinnati offense has been looking good, but they don't have much of a defense, and Cleveland's defense is all right. I think this is Cleveland's game.
Jordan?
I agree. I like the pressure. I agree with George. I totally disagree with you. I like Cleveland to win this pretty handily. I mean, the game might appear closer than the actual final score will be. The Browns are going to look good here. They're going to get pressure on the rookie who has been playing well. Joe Mixon, questionable. Looks like he's not going to play in this game. I think that makes a really big difference because if you only have Gianardi Bernard back there, he's missing one of his best weapons. AJ Green clearly not in the game. They have John Ross, who they're trying to deal, who probably won't suit up. You're looking at like a Tyler Boyd-led offense here with no real tight end and no running back against the Browns that are stacked. Get right for sure, and the Browns roll them.
Luke?
Yeah, I'm gonna just. Jordan took the words out of my mouth. So everything Jordan just said, I agree.
Okay, next game. We got the Dallas Cowboys at the Washington football team. What can I say? It's a pick 'em. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just giving it to George. Go ahead.
You want to know the worst part about this? The line opened up Dallas -3, and it's actually going the other way. It's going to be Washington favored by game time. I think Dallas loses this game again, and they do some kind of changes. The heads will roll. Dallas will lose this game, and someone's getting fired this week.
Jordan?
But at the beginning of the year, I told you that there would be a pick-em and Washington might be favored playing the Cowboys at this part of the season. You would have called me crazy, right? And it's weird how it ends up working out. Cowboys are obliterated. I think that after this game, if they lose, they're going to start selling off pieces. I mean, they're in rebuild mode. They need to be. If Washington is favored, I think you take the Cowboys. They're still the more talented team, although I like the coaching on Washington's side better. I'm not playing this until I see the line move a little more, though. But if they're giving Dallas points, I'll take it.
Okay. We've come to that moment in the show where we get to hear Luke make his pick about the Dallas Cowboys. He's a diehard Cowboy fan. We're here in Dallas, and he's not doing too good, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing really, really bad. He hides it well, but, there's tears on a frequent basis here. So, Luke, is this the turnaround game for the Cowboys? Let's hear it, Luke.
Oh, man, to be honest, I don't even know. I know I like to be a little delusional from time to time, but all that delusion is gone.
A little delusional.
I still have hope for my team. I think we could get a couple wins this season, but the way they've been playing, they look like they don't even want to play football. So I stay away from this game. It's
all right.
I don't know. It's just it's a different year, so I stay away from this game completely.
Yeah, it's a different year. At least the Cowboys have finally gone in some kind of direction that is not 8-8. If you're a Cowboy fan, you should actually be happy about this because you needed this. The delusion has to be over with, and they have to rebuild. They need to rebuild the coaching staff. There's a ton of rebuilding to do there. They need to stop drafting the shiny players in the draft and go get some real football players. And, they'll be fine eventually, but it's going to take some time. What's next?
Hey, can I just say real quick that Cowboys players came out this year or this week and said the coaches have not been teaching them, have not been coaching them, and they've been very critical of the coaches. And so while I like Andy Dalton's ability to take a bad team and get them to play with some heart and win some games, especially when that bad team has a lot of talent on it, it's kind of rough when there's so much controversy about players talking shit while you're supposed to be preparing about your coaching staff and the game plan. So
Andy Dalton made the playoffs 4 or 5 years in a row when he was on the Bengals, and that defense every year was top 10 in the NFL. So Andy Dalton is not what everybody thinks he is. He's a
great O-line there too before they got rid of him. They shipped him to the Rams, and the Rams took him to the Super Bowl.
That's the exact opposite of the Cowboys. The Cowboys have a terrible offensive line right now and a terrible defense. You think, and I mean, to George's point that he's made, I actually have more respect now for Dak than I did before, because Dak's the only reason that they were even making the games respectable.
As do I.
If you know, but Dalton's not going to be able to do anything. He's going to dink and dunk, and they may be able to keep the game close. We'll see, but you know, I think Dak should get paid because wow, he carried that team in a pretty large way. All right, we got the Green Bay Packers.
No, we got Lions Falcons.
Oh, sorry, Lions at the Falcons, and the Lions are getting 2 points here. I don't care about this game, though. I'd say Atlanta looks like they have figured out maybe how to hold on to a lead, but I don't touch this game at all. George?
I agree with you. I don't play it. Both these teams, you don't know what you're going to get. I just passed this.
Well, I can tell you what you're going to get out of these teams, and that's a lot of points. With the Lions, we got Galladay emerging. Swift is coming on as well. They're not just trying to pound the ball with Peterson as much. They're throwing the ball really, really well. Atlanta's defense is terrible. Lions defense, not great. Falcons have a lot of offense. I like the over 55. It's a high over, but I love that in this game. Who wins? Who knows, right? A lot of talk coming out of Falcons camp about them selling off pieces, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, etc. And I like that there's a lot of talent on that offense. I like them to feel a little bit offended and go out there and put some points on the board.
Luke?
I pass. I pass on this game completely.
Okay. Now, the Green Bay Packers versus the Houston Texans. Now, I say this every week. What am I going to say?
About Miami owning the Texans' first-round pick? Yeah.
And second round. And second round. Don't forget about the second round, Jordan. Right. Don't forget about the second round. It's an important round. So I think I love this game. I think the Packers bounce back and they beat Houston by at least 7. And I know y'all keep saying, oh, Houston this and all that, but they just lose every week. They end up losing every week. The Packers are going to be upset and pissed off about getting their asses handed to them in Tampa. I love this game. I play it all day. George?
I can't play anybody here. I mean, Green Bay came out and quit last week, so it's hard to put my money on anybody in this game. I stay away from it.
Jordan?
I'll tell you one thing. The Texans defense is not going to get 2 picks on Aaron Rodgers. His first 2 picks, he was throwing pick sixes out there against the Bucs, in my opinion, best defense in the league. And you're right. They did kind of come out and quit. I like them to get it together against a bad Houston defense, and I like them to win this game by a lot. I would play the Packers all day long here.
I agree. Luke?
I don't really have anything else to add to Jordan's statement. Packers look good, lost a big game, and I feel they're going to come back with some fire.
All right. Jacksonville Jaguars versus the LA Chargers. The Jags getting 7.5 here. The Jags, they won their first 2 games and everybody anointed them. Then the Dolphins rolled them, and then they've gotten their ass handed to them pretty much every game after that. I like the Chargers here, even with the half point. I don't love that half point, but I would still play it. I think it's a good bet. George?
Yeah, I agree with you here. The Chargers are definitely going one way. The Jags going the other way. Jacksonville, there's nothing really there. Minshew is basically a serviceable clown. So Chargers beat him pretty easy here.
That's funny. I like that. Jordan?
No, yeah, Chargers with time to prepare. Everything that you said, I like Minshew more than other people do. As a quarterback, he doesn't have many pieces to work with. Chark is still a little bit banged up. And this week they sold maybe their best defensive piece and their defensive tackle to the Ravens for second, third. So, yeah, they're in sell now mode. They're the worst team in the league on paper, and give me the Chargers all day long. I'm not worried about the points.
Lucaci.
To be honest, I don't like either one of these teams. They're both won 1 game. I wouldn't even touch this game. I won't even watch it, honestly.
Yeah, the Chargers, though, have been in game. I mean, the Chargers looked better in a lot of these games. They're learning how to win, but they'll be in every game. But they'll win this one for sure. All right. What's next, Lou?
we got the Chiefs and the Broncos.
Right. And the Chiefs are giving 9.5 to the Broncos in Denver. To me, Denver, I've watched them a little bit. I probably don't play this game because it's a division game. I don't know what you get with Denver some weeks. I think they're a young team and there's some talent there, and they show up every now and again, and they look pretty good. And so I don't know what you do here, but I probably lay off of this one. George?
Yeah, I lay it off. I lay off it too. Denver at home, that defense is really good. Like you say, the division rivalry, it's too much factors to stay away from.
Yeah, I definitely like staying off this game as well for a lot of different reasons. But mainly the Chiefs, for as good as that offense has been, haven't necessarily blown out all the teams that they should be blowing out. They've been winning and keeping it pretty close in a lot of situations. Defense, I like it. I like them to win this game, but it's just too many points. And that Mile High Stadium is the best home field advantage. That in Miami this year with COVID. Let's see them run in the elevation,
James Valdez is telling us that he doesn't like the Chargers as a favorite. And I guess there's probably some truth to that, but they aren't favorites very often. I like them as favorites in the game that they're playing against the Jags. So, Luke, you have any take here?
I agree with him.
I like the game. I like the Chiefs, but I don't like the points. So I'd stay away from this one. But if I had to bet it, I'd definitely choose the Chiefs.
You could be like half of American, half teasers all over that game.
And I'm pretty sure, James, that people have a field day with your name. James Valdez Nuts. I'm sure that's probably the 100th or maybe 5 millionth time you've heard that. But welcome to the show, James Valdez Nuts.
I would play the over 45.5. 45.5 is a low total for a Chiefs game there.
There you go. James thought it was funny. He didn't log off. You see, he's still with us. I know. I'm sure you've heard that before, James. So then we got the Niners at the New England Patriots. Man, this is a tough one to call. I don't know what the Patriots are. They load in slow. I don't know if it's because of COVID or because they're old and slow. They didn't get to practice. Bill Belichick gave a classic Bill Belichick press conference. I don't know if y'all saw that, but it was pretty hilarious where, he did his whole real quiet thing. And they asked him, well, how much did it affect you, not being able to practice like you normally would and this and that. And Bill just goes, awkward silence. He goes, are you looking for a percentage?
Love him.
Would you like a percentage of how much it affected us? Which I thought was hilarious. So anyway, I don't touch this game. I have no idea what either one of these teams are. The Niners get rolled by the Dolphins, come back and beat the Rams. I have no idea what either of these teams are right now. I don't touch this game. George?
My head says take New England, but the line is telling you to take San Francisco all day. Actually opened up 3 and is down to 2. The line is telling you to bet San Francisco. Follow the line and bet San Francisco.
Jordan?
No, I mean, I see where you're coming from there, but one thing I've learned, if you're betting trends, you never bet against a Bill Belichick team coming off a loss. I think
maybe that's when Tom Brady was the quarterback, and didn't they lose 2 straight already this year?
Have they? Well, they're still in this division. And they're still in this division. I like them to get right. Once again, no wide receivers, no weapons getting separation at all for Cam. Cam can't do it alone. He's trying for the $1 million or $2 million they're paying him. He's the best player on their offense. I feel a little bit bad for him, but I like the Patriots here.
Luke?
Yeah, this is a pretty tough game to try to bet. I'd stay all the way away from this one.
All right. Then we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. In Arizona, the Cardinals getting 3.5 points here. This is a good ball game. I can't really figure out Arizona either. I mean, they beat the crap out of Dallas, but, that's not really saying much. And, I don't know. I mean, I watched the Dallas game versus the Cardinals. I wasn't all that impressed with the Cardinals. I mean, the kid throws a long ball, okay, but I didn't see him throw too many great passes. He just takes off and runs quite a bit, and I don't know if they're going to be able to beat, win like that. So I don't know. I probably lay off of this game. George?
Yeah, I definitely don't play the side. I take the total over because I think it's just going to be a shootout. But, I mean, I think Arizona might steal this game.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they might. Jordan?
Well, these teams are very similar in my opinion. You got two very good, very mobile quarterbacks, a lot of offensive weapons to throw to. Really give me the veteran here. Give me Russell Wilson over the second-year quarterback. As good as Kyler Murray looks against pressure, we've seen him lay an egg in the past. I mean, obviously Dallas delivered no pressure against him, and he looked fantastic. But I like the Seahawks in this one. By the way, the breaking news that just came in was Michael Thomas is not practicing and does not look good for the game.
Oh, okay. That's good. That would definitely affect some people playing that game for sure. I wouldn't touch it now for sure.
Right.
Luke?
With this particular game, I am going Seahawks all the way. I have a lot of faith in Russell Wilson. 3.5 points. Yeah, I say they win by a touchdown, a little bit more, maybe 10.
All right.
Well, let's give a shout out to Buda Baker, though. Hell of a player.
He's got the best name in the NFL for sure. All right, next, Luke. Chicago Bears versus the LA Rams. This is a very interesting game. It's in Los Angeles. The Rams are giving 6 points to the Bears. I think that's too many points. I probably play this game and I take the Bears and the points. George?
I definitely think it's too many points. It's going to be a tough game. I don't think I'll play it just because I'm not sure what I get. But the Bears are for real team, and getting 6, I have to stay away from it because I love the Rams, but I'm staying away. It's a tough game. Too many points, though.
Great. Jordan?
I mean, pretty much everything he said. I'm probably not going to play this game, but if I was going to play it, I would take the points.
Luke, any opinion here?
I take points. Chicago Bears all the way.
All right. All right.
He did miss one game that's off the board because of the COVID. Half the Raiders team has come down with COVID. I think there's like 9 offensive linemen on the team, and 8 of them have COVID. So I'm not sure they're going to run the game, but that was one of my big upsets for the week. Raiders when
there we go. My prediction has finally come true. They're in Las Vegas. They're young, they're millionaires, and there's no way they can resist going out and partying, especially after they beat the Chiefs. And so they beat the Chiefs, typical Raider fashion. They beat the Chiefs, then they all go get fucking COVID.
Well, actually, they had the bye. That's the only reason they haven't closed everything down is because they were on a bye. So there wasn't a lot of contact between the teammates. But now they're finding 8 or 9 guys have COVID.
Wow. And who are they going to play?
They're supposed to play the Bucks.
The Bucks. Okay.
I thought that was going to be my upset of the week. I was actually thinking the Raiders are going to beat them. Well, offensive line, it's not going to happen.
Before it's all said and done, we should put up a number, some kind of, prop or something, that how many days of the week will there actually be an NFL game? Because I'm pretty sure we got Sunday right now. We got Monday. We got Thursday. We've had Tuesday as well. So I'm pretty sure at some point we're going to have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I think they got to be smart.
Saturday, I can go with the rest of them, though.
No, I think they got to be smart and get rid of all those games on Sunday and just spread it out. Have a game every week like baseball because they can move the schedule around. Trying to pack it all in Sunday, that shit's over. That's done.
I'm down with a game every night. I could watch a game every night. I mean, shit, I don't even care. I don't even care if it's Atlanta versus Jacksonville. I'll watch it.
Philly against the Giants. I'll be watching it tonight. You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly. That's a perfect example. Tonight,
put a game every night.
Perfect example. So, all right, real quick, one last prediction. Lukachi, who wins the debate tonight, Trump or Biden?
Oh, Trump. It's going to be funny. It's going to be hilarious.
Jordan, who wins the debate tonight, Trump, Biden?
I don't know. I'm just interested in seeing it. We'll see who keeps it together. Should be good.
Oh my God. That's so you, Jordan. If there were like 10 candidates, you'd talk about 5 of them being your favorite. So, George, who wins the debate tonight?
The Eagles by 4.
Nice.
Hey, so Jordan, at some point on this show, I want you to announce who your favorite football team is. At some point, I would like to know who that is.
I'm a big Dolphins fan.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
But you say
Amongst
you're a Cowboys
others, but
fan.
really
I
like
don't
the
see
Dolphins.
how you could be a diehard fan of the Dolphins and say you're a Cowboys fan and say you're a fan of this team and this team and this team.
Well, Dolphins first from the heart. And as a Dolphins fan, you always follow and pull for the Dolphins, but you have to sort of evolve and become just a football fan after so many years of losing.
Like, I'll give you have teams that you like. Who's going to win the World Series? Dodgers. Come on.
Dodgers are going to win it in 6. Dodgers in 6.
Dodgers in 6, Jesse. No doubt. What is it? The NBA was great with all games. Dance rush. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, the NBA had, lots and lots of sports.
It was great. The NBA almost felt like a March Madness thing, playing in the bubble and having games going all the time. It was fun. They did the bubble thing right. I would have liked to have seen in the NFL do the same thing, but it hasn't really been an issue as of yet.
Yeah, I think back to my point about having a secondary football team. I think it's fine to have a team that you like or that you kind of respect or that you almost feel sorry for and you root for, right? But Jordan, you take it to another level. It's like you got like 20 teams, right?
Well, I've always had an AFC team. I've always been a Cowboys fan, but I've always loved an AFC. I've always loved the Raiders too. So I've always had another team that I follow.
I've always liked the Saints to a certain extent. Growing up, they were terrible. And a team I like to watch is the Titans. I like to watch the Titans because I like to watch Derrick Henry and I like Tannehill. You have that. But if I'm just trying to figure out though, Jordan, what is the one team you have if they play any other team in the NFL that you don't change your mind of who you want to win?
It's probably the Dolphins because I don't bet on them very often.
Probably.
For me,
ladies and gentlemen,
I really love every team that makes me money, and so that's my favorite team that I'm rooting for that week. And I'll stick with that answer.
It's the backup chick. There you go. I like that comment. Anyway, all right, that's gonna do it. Like, share, all that. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We love doing this show. We love y'all participating. See ya. George, final words. Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers. Peace.
Lukachi, final words.
How about them Cowboys?
Good God. God. Good Lord. You just ruined Jordan's last words.
He just flied the star.
Oh, my God. Really, Jordan, you have to follow that.
I have to follow that. That's rough. Peace out.
It's really not rough at all to follow the Cowboys these days.
We're going to get it together.
Okay. Time. How about that?
Two a time. Yeah. We're going to talk about that next week. Two a time. Ryan Fitzpatrick's butt hurt. He's not happy about it.
That was not a football-related decision. That was all the front office right there.
BS. We'll save it for the next show. See ya.